Anyways, moving on. Number 6. Overseas players live a life of constant luxury and extravagant parties without having to worry about responsibilities or disciplines. Let me tell you something right now. If you think you're going to come over here and party it up all night and live it up all day and don't have to worry about anything, and it's just a party, it's just party town, and we're out and we're dealing with all the little foreign baddies, and we in the bars and we just that's not what this is. That is not what this is, bruh. Is that a lot of what can happen or can pursue when you're overseas and you're playing? Yes. Do they go out? Do you have a good time and stuff? Yes. But that's not what this life is. It's not all parties. Do a lot of guys get caught up in the party lifestyle? Yes. But you're not seeing the negative effect of that. You're not seeing these guys going home and not getting no more jobs because they were late to practice. And they come to practice drunk. And they come to practice smelling like the bud. And you're tired because everybody knew you was out partying last night, or you was out partying and everybody in the town knows you because you're the basketball player of the town. And now you're out here talking. They're out here talking about you, and it's going to get back to the team. It's going to get back to the organization, and you're going to be just wondering why they're letting you go. I've heard of a couple of times this happened to players who are like, oh, he partied too much. You can't just be out here partying and thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just out here living life and we're going to go hit the party up on Saturday, Friday night, and then we're back on practice on Sunday. And they look at it a different way. Like, yes, you can go out, but there's some players that go out so much and they're just always portraying that, and you always see they snap. It's so funny to me when I be on Instagram and I'm just seeing everybody posting their posts like, oh, we out and we in the club. But then I really know what's going on because maybe I know a homeboy or I know somebody who was just like, yeah, I was just with him and he's dealing with this, that, and the third. Like, he got this situation going on and he got this situation going on. Because the longer you be in the game, the smaller it gets. And you know a player that knows a player that knows a player, and they know exactly the situation that's going on. It's so crazy. The deeper you get in the game, you start figuring out you're going to know somebody that knows exactly what's going on because they're talking. The basketball world is small. So this lifestyle of just outside partying all night, and you think that's all. I remember one time we were outside and we was partying, and one of the players, he was a new player to the league. He just got there and we was on a break. So, we had a break a couple weeks. So that's when they go out and have a good time. As anybody, as players do, people do, whatever. And I just remember him was like, oh yeah, he was in there popping bottles. And he was just like, yeah, we're going to get this money. And we're going to be out here. And we're going to run it up and bless it. 2 weeks later, he was gone. Cut. Out of there. You think you're ready to just be out there in that life? If you're not solidified in what you're doing and you're not focused on what you're supposed to be doing, thinking that you're just out here and living that life and living an extravagant life, you got to stay on your P's and Q's on this game. You got to stay focused. You came over here to win, not to take it easy. The minute you get to your situation, that's even more of a time to lock in and really focus on what you need to focus on, because you're there for a reason. You're there to win games, to build up your career, build up your resume, and not this overseas extravagant lifestyle of always partying. It's a lifestyle. I'm in a movie. It's going to be a movie, all right. A short one. You will have a short one. So understand that that's not what this life is all about. Misconception number 7. Overseas players do not face language barriers or cultural challenges, as they can easily adapt to any environment due to their athletic status. Don't believe that. Just because you're tall and you can jump and you can run and listen, most of these people in other countries, they don't care. Like in South America, majority. You might be in a town and you can get you might get recognized for being a basketball player, but nobody cares that you it doesn't matter. If you can't speak the language, if you can't communicate, just because you can run and jump, that ain't gonna help you with nothing. You not being able to communicate with the people around you, I think people don't understand that until they get in that situation. You're not being able to, order some food. You're not being able to just communicate with your teammate next to you. And I think that's where most players don't even pretty much think about it. They think just because I might be good and I got a job, that's it. Not being able to talk to your point guard and explain to him that, hey, bro, I'm open in this corner. That is hard as a player that most players don't realize. And that's what's difficult, especially in the learning curve in the beginning of most players' careers. They just can't communicate. It's hard to communicate with people who don't speak your language. Yeah, we're speaking basketball, and we have the same understanding that we want to get the job done and win, but it's difficult if they don't speak one lick of English and you don't speak one lick of their language. I don't care how tall you is or whatever, that ain't going to help you win games. Communication is what's going to help you win games. And if you can't communicate, I don't care how good you are, you're only going to get as far as your team in the first place. So thinking that you're just going to be able to, that it's just a cakewalk as soon as you get in there. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.